Expectations by Mark Evans. Volume 5, Chapter the 5th. A terrifying life made even scarier a bit some more.
Servewell, I am angry. My mood spans the entire rage rainbow, from seeing red to ultra-violent via green and indignant gold.
Quelle surprise, sir.
You talking French will only make it worse. But my main rage target is my daughter and her accursed husband, for they are late again.
Mr. and Mrs. Sourquill, sir.
Papa, apologies for our lateness.
Bah.
Are you angry or pretending to be a sheep?
Rawr!
And are you now more angry or pretending to be a lion?
I am angry.
Though you really did sound like a lion.
Ow! And you can bite like one, too.
Our lateness is my fault, Papa. I stopped at a new shop called Penny Stretcher.
Do you know what everything in there costs?
A penny?
No, oh.
I spent a whole 82 pence.
On what?
162 halfpennies. And I had a wee.
Meanwhile, I went into the shop next door.
What shop?
To Weissenham's.
Oh, no.
Where I purchased an excellent machine to record your wonderful words and then print them directly onto paper. Behold, the Recorder Writer-Writer. You simply put ink in this reservoir, then fill this hopper, so-called because it is made from rabbit and frog skin, with a dictionary, a thesaurus, another type of thesaurus called a different word meaning the samenary. Then the machine grinds the books up and mixes the wordy fragments in the prose chamber and prints whatever you say.
It sounds as unnecessarily complicated as women's underwear.
Try it. Say something.
Very well. I hate your stupid machine.
I shall read it out. I hate your stupid machine.
It works.
Not for long, I'll wager.
Not for Parbahani Mittelsham, Sprang.
It has stopped working and is jammed. And now 18 different pressure warning lights have come on, even though it's only meant to have 2.
It will probably soon explode.
Aha! I have found the pressure release button.
How does it release the pressure?
I shall look in the manual. By exploding.
I knew it.
It is raining ink and paper.
They say everyone has a novel in them. Well, I've got one all over me.
You imbecilic fool. Sit there and listen, for my story restarts now. Last time, you heard how my evil ex-guardian, Mr. Benevolent, disguised himself as Charles Dickens and challenged me to a novel-off. Alas, it did not go well, for when my best friend, Harry Biscuit, also tried to write a book, he was driven madly evil by the possessed Pen of Penrith, a writing instrument filled with Satan's own inky blood.
I am evil! I must hurt! I must destroy! I must join an investment bank!
Harry, put the pen down and you will be good again.
Never!
He jammed the nib into his arm, and the satanic ink flowed into him.
Ooh, tickles. But now the evil is within me.
At this, even Mr. Benevolent was scared.
Ooh, cripes. And new trousers, please. I'm off.
Me too.
Who to chase first? Heads is Mr. Benevolent, tails Pip bin. I pulled the head off this puppy, so Mr. Benevolent it is.
As Harry chased him, I sought out my wife Ripley and sister Pippa. Alas, the news of recent events sent poor Pippa into a state of emotional overdrive.
Oh, whoa. My poor husband is madly evil.
Sorry, you think it's funny?
Her emotions are spinning wildly, like a mad roundabout of feelings.
Now I hate Harry, but envy him. And suddenly I feel so guilty. Though, I am cross, but now scared and oddly grateful. Though also disgusted, yet hopeful. Oh, I love Harry so much. And I lust for him. Oh, full circle, sad again.
That is far too many emotions for a man to be exposed to in one go. I feel a strong urge to go to the pub with a crossword and not talk for a month. Harry is not truly evil. He is merely possessed. If we can somehow exorcise him, he will be good again.
But what if we can't?
Harry is coming. Let us run.
Alas, Pippa had cried so much that the floor was covered in a salty slick of emotional effluent. And as we hurried away, we slipped and fell.
Ah! Curse your briny weepings!
Before I could get up, a pair of familiar shoes appeared. Shoes that had left and right written on them, yet were still on the wrong feet. Meaning it could be only one person.
Harry!
Yup, hello, it's me, Evil Harry.
Yet you sound quite normal.
I'm not. I'm totes evil. Just haven't got the right voice yet. I've cracked the deranged roar, but I can't quite catch the right evil conversational tone.
Oh, Harry, let me kiss you and thereby draw out the evil, like an osculatory poultice. Well?
No, I'm still definitely evil.
I have failed! Hold on a second. I feel a bit odd. A bit evil.
My kiss has evilly infected you. I should have warned you, but I didn't, because, evil.
Now I feel really evil. Mega evil. Evil Latus Maximus.
Latin evil. The worst.
Come, Pippa, join me in a marriage of evil.
Yes! One where we deliberately invite people around who don't really get on.
I was thinking more biting people's faces off and establishing a world tyranny, but I suppose you've got to start somewhere.
Quick, Ripley. Let us escape.
Alas, as we turned to run, we found ourselves surrounded by malicious, beady-eyed, beaked beasts.
No! Swans!
Harry had always been obsessed with swans, and now they proved his natural henchbirds.
But not just any swans. Evil swans! I've infected them, like I did Pippa.
You've been kissing swans.
Only a bit. Not on the beak! Not on the beak. Anyway, my evil swans cannot just break a man's arm, but any part of the body I command. Fingernail!
Though I admire their precision... Ow! Sorry. Is that your evil laugh?
Yeah, I'll admit it does need work. Now, let us go to my secret evil lair.
Secret? Given your obsessions, I'm thinking it's in Swansea.
Do not be ridiculous.
Swanage.
Lucky guess.
Ripley and I were led away at Swan Point. And after many beak-pecked hours, we reached Swanage, where once had stood a charming seaside town. Now, a vast castle of evil towered into the sky, snow-capped and oddly crumbly.
Behold my palace of ultimate evil.
Is it made of cake?
Evil cake with malicious icing.
How do you make evil cake?
Use less sugar than normal, rancid butter, off eggs, and you cook it too hot.
Well, that just sounds like a bad cake, not evil cake.
Yeah, you also add minced vicar.
And there's the evil.
We were taken down to some Victoria sponge dungeons, or spongeons. Lined with bars of reinforced licorice.
You will fester here while I turn myself into the most evil thing since sliced dead.
That is a rubbish evil quip.
Yeah, I'll improve, all right? I've started doing my Royal College of Evil exams, and I've already got grade 2. Once I have grade 8, then I will torture and kill you, Pip-Bin.
And I you, Ripley.
You don't frighten me, Pippa.
But my vile tortures will. Coffee?
Please?
It is both instant and decaf. I am so evil.
Yes, terrifying.
We were thrown into separate cells, which, being made of cake, at least provided a soft landing. As I picked myself up, I could make out a figure with a long, straggly beard chained to the wall.
Mr. Benevolent, is that you?
Yes, captured by that idiot Biscuit. So humiliating.
How long have you been here?
Nearly 2 hours.
But your beard is so long.
It is a fake beard. It is so itchy, and I cannot scratch it because of my chain.
Well, do not expect help from me, for I hate you.
And I you.
Trapped with my worst enemy, we sat for days in a sullen, hatey silence, the monotony only broken by the occasional visit from Harry.
Behold my latest evil invention.
A suitcase on wheels? That seems less evil, more practical.
But look, a handle with which you can pull the suitcase.
So?
Pull it behind you so that in a crowd people will trip over it or at least have to stop in their tracks or swerve a bit.
You irritating luggage-designing monster!
Yes. Ho, ho, ho.
Laugh's still rubbish.
But his ideas got better, or rather worse.
Look, Pippin.
A flyer advertising an amateur production of HMS Pinafore? So fiendish!
Yes. For in the leads I have cast middle-aged show-offs who cannot sing or act. I'm deliberately not rehearsing them properly.
You light comic opera producing monster!
Yes. Ha ha ha.
Oh, the laugh's coming on.
Thanks.
Through this time, I saw Ripley only once, briefly glimpsed through my cell door as Pippa dragged her past.
Ripley, are you all right?
She has done terrible things to me.
Are those bruises on your face?
No, just bad makeup. She has made me wear far too much eyeshadow, and this necklace does not match my top.
Throughout this time, Mr. Benevolent and I still did not speak. But finally, the lonely silence got to us both, and the words began to spill out like coffee from a cup being carried back from the buffet on a rattly train. At first, in drips.
Morning.
Actually, it's gone 12.
Whatever.
But then in a flood, as we started to discover how much we had in common.
I like pina coladas.
Me too.
I'm taking walks in the rain.
Yes. Quick, on 3, favourite colour. 1,
2.
3. That gold colour you get at the edge of a summer sunset over the sea in Cornwall. Amazing.
Soon we realized something. If we had not been mortal enemies, we might have been friends.
Why are we always fighting, Pip-Bin?
Because you keep trying to take over the world.
Oh, yes, that.
Would be nice not having to constantly thwart you. I could have a hobby. I've always wanted to learn about antiques.
Me too. Perhaps if we ever get out of here, that's something we could do. Together?
Perhaps, indeed.
Our burgeoning friendship was odd, but good. Like an eccentric Labrador or the number 7. Even better, there now came news that Ripley had escaped.
I gave her an evil hairdo, a cross between a beehive and a mullet. But she used a hairpin to make a rudimentary fork and ate her way out of the cakey castle.
This infuriated Harry, and his evil soared to new heights. Alas, it meant he now began to torture Mr. Benevolent.
Sorry, but it's a practical module for grade 8. Actually, no, not sorry. I'm evil. Not being sorry is grade 1. How could I forget?
The torture soon reduced my once mighty nemesis to a shadow of his former self.
He did terrible things to me with celery.
Nature's cruelest vegetable.
He beat me with it, hid it in salads, and they were dips. So many dips.
The monster.
I've never been on the receiving end of evil. It is horrible. And I used to do that myself. Oh, I've been a terrible person.
No, you haven't. Though, obviously, you very much have.
As Harry's evil laugh gained in strength, Mr. Benevolence waned. Until one day, as he lay sobbing on the floor, and I comforted him, I realized that hate had turned to affection, loathing to loving. Though in a strictly platonic, matey, chum-chum style, with really very little touching. Alas, all too soon, Harry's evilization was complete.
The satanic ink has stained my soul, and now I am truly black-hearted.
Yep, pretty much nailed the laugh.
And behold my most malicious creation yet. Evil robot swans. Even more evil than plain evil swans, and much more robotier. And I've decided on my ultimate evil plan. I am going to destroy the world.
Bit of a cliche, isn't it?
Oh, I'd say more of a classic. But first, I want a new rug.
Sorry, how is that evil?
The rug will be you.
I'm nothing like a rug.
You will be, once the steamroller has gone over you a couple of times.
Oh, clever, Harry.
Do your worst, but make it quick.
It's a steamroller, it's never going to be quick.
Fair point.
But it will be complicated. This string leads to a bolt, which when pulled, will release a sheep into a pen containing a lever covered in grass. The sheep will eat the grassy lever, thereby quite possibly pulling it, and thus unleashing the deadly steamroller.
Like all your inventions, it will never work.
Wrong! Because I am now powerful and effective, like a really good loo cleaner.
Harry is a perfect tool of evil.
Your words, Pippa.
Prepare to die via my brilliant invention. Just pull the string and... Oh, it's broken. I'll have to tie the ends together.
But as he spoke, I suddenly heard an engine outside. Then the wall behind me crumbled and collapsed as a large silver triangle pushed through it.
I'll save you, Pip!
Right, Bleak. You have come to my rescue on a giant motorized cake slice.
Hop on board!
Don't take this the wrong way, but have you put on weight?
I had to eat a lot of cake to escape.
Stopping only to rescue the unconscious Mr. Benevolent from the cell, Ripley and I fled the castle and returned home.
I shall seek help to exorcise the evil from Harry. You stay here and look after Mr. Benevolent.
Look after the most evil man in the world? If you say so.
I quickly discovered that Britain's finest demon buster and evictor of evil spirits was a Mr. Venkman Clampvulture.
I eat demons for breakfast, fight fiends for fun, and once cast out the Lord of the Flies himself.
How?
Massive rolled-up newspaper.
That is impressive.
All with the aid of my partner here, Hector the Holy Horse.
Holy Horse?
Yeah, he used to be the Bishop of Coventry before he underwent species reassignment surgery.
Bless you, my son.
Are you religiously qualified yourself?
I used to be the church's chief exorcist. I had a slogan, if there's something strange in your neighborhood, who are you gonna call? Clampvulture.
Why did you leave the church?
An exorcism went wrong. I de-eviled a man and put the demons into some pigs, Bible-style-y. But those pigs got turned into sausages, and every person who ate them became possessed. Spinning head, ectoplasm vomit, talking backwards, liking golf, the works. Covered it up, got all the possessed people jobs as PE teachers, and no one noticed. But I got fired, and that's when I hit the bottle.
Gin?
No, holy water. Keeps the demons at bay, literally.
I hired him and his holy horse, and with a plan for de-eviling Harry in place, returned home to Ripley.
Pip, you are back.
Gently. Why are you up? You should be resting.
Why are you suddenly so concerned about your worst enemy?
I'm not. Come on, I'll carry you back to bed, you great goose.
All this being nice to him, calling him pet names, it's almost like you two are in love.
What? No, don't be silly.
Only a bit.
What?
In a platonic, companionable way, born of mutual respect and definitely not any physical attraction.
Oh, my God, you are in love.
Not properly. Besides, we were never going to act on it. Not while you were still alive.
Still alive? What's that supposed to mean?
Well, we weren't planning to kill you or anything.
We just thought that if you happened to die before me...
In an accident, you know, or from natural causes, like poison or a tiger.
Not helping, but if that happened, we thought we might live together.
I don't believe this.
Not as lovers, as friends. Friends who share a bed, not that last bit.
We just do things together, visit the odd stately home, maybe go antiquing.
It sounds pretty coupley to me.
I'm sorry, Ripley. I didn't mean to hurt you. It just happened. Oh!
Oh, sorry, Pip. I didn't mean to hurt you. It just happened.
Come on, let's go.
Oh, can't you even wait until you're out of sight to hold hands?
There is a tricky step here. I am helping him.
Mr. Benevolent and I found the nearest man pub, the No Nag's Head, and had a much-needed drink.
I mean, she gets all shouty and punchy, then wonders why I'm not as keen anymore.
She doesn't deserve you.
Thanks.
Oh, now you're affectionately stroking his hand.
I was reaching for a crisp.
Whatever, Pip. Anyway, I've decided that while Harry is threatening the world, what happens between you, me, and Mr. Benevolent can wait.
I think you're being very understanding, Ripley.
I'm really not. I just think some things are more important than the end of a 20-year marriage.
You're right, she is shouty.
No!
Sort of glad that Ripley was coming with us. The next day we met up with Bachman, Clampvulture, and Hector the Holy Horse and headed for Swanage.
A cakey castle. Truly, I have not seen such puddingy evil since the satanic strudel of Salzburg. Hey, Hector. Nice one.
I have brought some outfits to help us slip in undetected.
Swan costumes, that is the most brilliant idea ever, Ripley.
Trying too hard.
Fair enough.
We donned our disguises and headed inside.
Everyone keep calm. Just act swanny.
And soon found Pippa and Harry in a sinister chamber made of purest, darkest ginger cake, where they were working on a vast machine. Both were dressed head to toe in black leather and wore crowns that seemed to be carved from darkness itself.
I never looked that good when I was evil.
No, you look better.
Enough with the flirting, Pip!
We should surround them so they cannot escape my exorcising.
Then I shall distract them while you get into position.
Good luck. Oops.
As the others slipped away, I boldly stood and approached Harry and Pippa.
So, Harry, you are truly evil now.
Oh, yes.
And me, I barely do any ironing these days.
How thrillingly wicked of you. And what's that massive machine, Harry? Another one of your awful inventions?
Why don't you come and see, Pip-bin? Behold, my world destroyerizer and the evil choir I have hired to sing nearby.
At the heart of the terrible machine hung a large sphere of dark metal, which had a door through which a procession of swans was walking. And as each one entered, a huge steam-powered piston plunged down, crushing the birds to an avian pulp.
How does that destroy the world?
It's simple. As they are compressed, the birds build up into one great big bolus of swan, which is gradually getting denser and denser.
So?
Eventually the density will cause a gravitational pull so great that the atomic bonds will break down, and the swan bolus will collapse in on itself, forming what physicists call a swangularity.
A black hole?
Yes, but with feathers. Its titanic gravity will be inescapable, and the Earth will implode like a bad souffle which has been sat on by an elephant.
I'm sorry, Harry, but we're not going to let that happen.
Who's we?
Me, Ripley,
Prepare to be exorcised, sucker!
Mr. Benevolent,
Hi.
Professor Venkman Clampvulture.
If there's something weird and it don't look good, who you gonna call? Me. And they have called me, and this is weird and doesn't look good.
And Hector, the Holy Horse.
We are sort of surrounded by 3 people dressed as swans and a horse dressed as a swan.
Prepare to be exorcised.
Wait, just wondering, what would happen if someone got exorcised but wasn't actually evil and had just been pretending so they could be with their husband, asking for a friend?
It would utterly destroy them.
Then I'm not actually evil and have just been pretending so I can be with my husband.
Mr. Clampvulture raised his pump-action crucifix and advanced on Harry, intoning a solemn, sacred incantation of cleansing.
Eeny, meeny, tiny weevil, let's get rid of all your evil. 10, 20, 30, 40, say goodbye to being naughty.
It's not happening. To show you how unaffected I am, I shall spin my head around evilly. That's not an evil sound. I've done my neck in.
He is weakening. I shall use my strongest, most solemn incantation of all. Come on, evil. Out you come. Through mouth and ears, nose and bum.
Suddenly, inky trails of evil emerged from Harry's body, heading towards Clampvulture.
There is too much evil to naturally evaporate. I must take it into my own body. Oh, it tastes like off milk, mixed with that pink liquid you get at the dentist's. I'm full.
He collapsed, but managed to breathe out some incredibly useful dying words.
You must put the remaining evil into another holy vessel. Use the horse, Pip.
Hector the Holy Horse. Of course.
Grabbing Harry, I pointed him at Hector the Holy Horse, and the remaining evil flooded into him until finally...
Oh, ow, that hurt. Oh, my insides feel all scoured. Like that time I mistook a Brillo pad for a scone.
Harry, are you good again?
Well, I feel like opening an orphanage and not punching a kitten, so yes! A rumble for goodness again! Group hug!
Yay!
Ow, you bit me.
Sorry, last residual bit of evil. Gone now.
But that last bit shot across the room and into Hector the Holy Horse, who was already dangerously full of evil.
Uh-oh.
And he exploded. Bits of evil-soaked horse rained down, though at first it seemed as if it had missed all of us. Alas, I was wrong.
Pip,
Yes, Gently?
I think I may have a small problem.
No, you are soaked in evil bits of horse. That lovely shirt you're wearing is ruined.
It might be worse than that. Dear Pip, it looks like our antiquing will have to wait.
No!
Yep, fully evil again. And suddenly, my mind is teeming with wicked ideas. Payment protection insurance. Cereal bars that look healthy but aren't. Sharks on bicycles. I can't wait to get started.
As his evil laugh echoed nastily, I felt a dreadful sorrow that my new friend, and definitely not lover, was evil once more. But also a steadfast certainty that I was the one who must thwart him, and in the process destroy him, once and for all.
What an astounding story. What happened next?
That is for next time.
If you do not tell me now, I shall hurl myself out of the window.
Suit yourself.
Ow! I can't help but feel that was a bit of an own goal.
Nevertheless, when you return, you will hear the ending of my tale. How Ripley and I restored our marriage, how Harry and Pippa found the contentment they deserved, and how I saved the universe itself from destruction. But in doing so, paid the highest price of all.
Bleak Expectations was written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Sir Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Gently Benevolent, James Bachman as Harry Biscuit, Geoffrey Whitehead as Clampvulture, Sarah Hadland as Ripley, Susy Kane as Pippa, and Mark Evans as sundry ecclesiastical equines. The producer was Gareth Edwards. Bleak Expectations by Mark Evans. Volume 5, Chapter the 6th. A loved-up life potentially totally annihilated.
Servewell, I am angrier than a fat man at an all-you-can-eat buffet who has just discovered that it is all salad.
Even though it is Christmas, sir?
Yes, for my daughter and son-in-law are coming, and they are bound to be late.
Mr. and Mrs. Starkles.
Papa, happy Christmas.
But you're on time.
As a lovely Christmas treat for you.
Servewell, set the clock forward 15 minutes.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're late.
Can we open our presents, Papa?
Dear Lily, always so keen for presents. I remember one Christmas morning you got up so early it was still only August.
To give out the presents, I have brought an amazing new device. Behold the world's first fully automatic steam-powered Father Christmas.
Ho, ho, ho!
Is it not good?
Yes, it is not good.
Go on, Lily. Ask him for presents.
Can we have our presents, please, automatic steam-powered Father Christmas?
Ho, ho, ho! Please state whether you have been good or bad this year.
I have been good.
Then no presents for you.
But I said I've been good. Give me my presents.
I'm sorry, Dave. I can't do that.
Who's Dave?
I think he's malfunctioning.
Ho, ho! Ho, Chi Minh! I must return up the chimney. Ho, ho, ho! I am stopped.
He has exploded.
After that, Sir Quill, I must offer you some Christmas punch.
Oh, yummy. Ow! I have had enough.
What?
All the insults, the violence. You've never shown me respect or affection, even though I make your daughter happy.
If God wanted women to be happy, he would have made them men.
You silly old misogynist! I am forced to offer you some Christmas kick.
Christmas kick?
Like Christmas cake, but more violent. Here. Oh, it turns out that was Christmas cake.
But finally, you have shown some spirit. I like you, Sir Quill.
What?
Papa, are you all right?
I've always known how happy you make Lily, and I've always loved you for it.
And I have always loved you. Hug time.
Sorry, force of habit. Now, pull up a Christmas chair and listen, for the last part of my life story commences now. Last time you heard how my best friend Harry Biscuit became possessed by evil, and with my sister Pippa threatened to destroy the world. Fortunately, my wife Ripley and I had stopped them with the surprising aid of my evil ex-guardian, Mr. Gently Benevolent, who had briefly become good.
Oh, a lovely butterfly.
Before, alas, turning more evil than ever.
Which I have crushed.
Yet he had then disappeared like mist in a fog, or a drunk aunt towards the end of a wedding. And we'd not seen him since. Meanwhile, Harry and Pippa were determined to atone for their recent evil deeds.
We are attending regular meetings of Evilholics Anonymous.
Our group is so supportive. Professor Moriarty,
Mr. Hyde,
Count Dracula.
Little Nell.
Little Nell's evil.
Yes, faked her own appallingly sentimental death, then set up the mini-mafia with Tiny Tim and Little Dorrit.
Anyway, the first of our 12 steps is to apologise to everyone we were evil to.
So we're off to say sorry to 3.5 million people.
At the same time, Ripley and I were trying to repair our marriage after a recent rough patch, while she thought I had fallen in love with the temporarily unevil Mr. Benevolent, even though I definitely hadn't. Apart from a bit.
I should have seen it coming. We haven't been communicating properly for years.
Nonsense. I send you a telegram saying I love you once a week, whether I mean it or not.
I think we should see a counsellor, Pip.
To protest about fly tipping?
Not that sort of counsellor.
Do you mean a feelings person?
Yes.
We ended up seeing a counsellor who had alarmingly physical methods for resolving intimacy issues.
Now, Pip, put your fingers there.
I'm not comfortable with this.
Trust me, and Ripley, just move your hips around a little.
Ooh, that feels good.
And look, you're holding hands.
As we did, I looked into my wife's eyes and felt a feeling I had not felt for a long time.
I want to learn French.
What?
And I love you, Ripley.
Our love blazed to life again like a petrol-soaked pigeon landing on a fire. We went on a week's frolicking tour of the haystacks of Britain. Fell in love all over again. And soon, as we sat one evening, me reading the paper and Ripley doing embroidery...
So, I think we should get the double pleat curtains instead.
Sorry, did you say something, dearest?
Were you even listening to me, Pip?
Not really.
Oh. But don't you see what this means?
What?
Me going on about curtains, you reading the newspaper and not listening. We've become a proper married couple again.
And Harry and Pippa seemed happy, too.
We're back.
Our apologies took less time than we thought because most of the people we were evil to just ran away screaming when they saw us.
Or are dead.
Life was good. But the threat of Mr. Benevolent still hung over us like the sword of Damocles or a badly installed chandelier.
If he does return, I am worried that I no longer have the desire or energy to thwart him.
Feeling old, Pip-Bin?
I am. I now have crow's feet round my eyes and badger's hands on my forehead. And I am going bald.
No. Some of your hair has just taken early retirement.
Alas, has retired to places such as my ears, eyebrows, nose.
Yeah, I'm aging too. I never used to have to get up in the night, but these days I find myself getting up 2 or 3 times to go for a cake.
Alas, it was not long before Mr. Benevolent returned, like a recurrent skin condition, or that drunk aunt who left the wedding early. And has now come back even more drunk and with some bloke called Jeff she met in the pub. He returned on the night we were out watching the finals of a popular music hall entertainment show, The Empire's Got Talent, hosted by Anthony Trollope and the Duke of Clarence, also known as Ant and Duke. We just witnessed a spectacular act in which 29 bulldogs and poodles had recreated the Battle of Waterloo. And we were enjoying an orphan chimney sweep juggling rats while dying of consumption. When suddenly a horribly familiar figure appeared, cruelly pushing the orphan from the stage.
That's a no from me.
Mr. Benevolent, you orphan sweep-shoving monster!
I'm back, and I'm here to announce to the world my latest and greatest bit of Meville.
Meville?
Evil done by me. Starting tomorrow on the 1st of December, I am going to perform one dreadfully malicious act every day until Christmas, like an advent calendar of evil.
Like one where instead of a chocolate behind each door, there's a bit of an onion or a spider.
And it will all culminate at midnight on Christmas Eve with my most awful and dastardly act yet.
Which is?
Not telling.
I bet you haven't even worked it out yet.
Yes, I have.
He doesn't know what it is.
Yes, I do.
Don't.
I'm going to destroy the entire universe. Oh, I've ruined the lovely surprise now.
How is that a lovely surprise?
Well, it does mean I wouldn't have to worry about Christmas shopping. I haven't got a clue what to buy Pippa.
Anything but earrings again. And how many pairs of pyjamas can one woman wear?
It's 8, isn't it?
So until then, see you, ciao, and laterist losers.
My worst fears had come true. He was back. Alas, those fears soon became even worser. For later that night, as I sat up affectionately not going to bed at the same time as my wife, there was a commotion in my chimney, which is not a euphemism.
Oh, so narrow, so sooty, and there's a fire at the bottom. Ow, I burned my foot.
Mr. Benevolent!
I don't know how a fatty like Father Christmas does it. Anyway, I've come to offer you a deal, Pip Bin.
What deal?
If at any time in the coming month you surrender yourself to me so that I can kill you, I will instantly stop my campaign of Meville. You could call it a kill one, set millions free deal.
Yes, you could, but that would be rubbish.
Nevertheless, it is my offer. I go now. Actually, I'll never get back up the chimney. Can I just use the door? Thanks. Sorry, forgot. Bye.
I instantly dismissed his offer from my mind, for Ripley and I were so happy in our renewed love that I could not bear to be parted from her. So, like a good middle-aged man, I reported the matter to the proper authorities and sought a meeting with the Prime Minister, a Mr. Gladrailly Clampvulture.
You have to understand the government has limited resources. We have to prioritise.
He says he will destroy the universe. What is more important than that?
Re-election. Besides, saying you'll do something doesn't necessarily mean you actually will. As a politician, I know that very well. Remember my empty promises about votes for horses? Free jam?
Fortunately, Mr. Benevolent's campaign began slowly. His first evil act was an awful launch party.
Oh, this white wine is warm and sweet.
And the canapes are evil. Bacon-wrapped strawberries.
Quite like them myself. Yum.
On day 2, he sawed an inch off one leg on every pub table in Britain.
So wobbly.
Oh, I've spilled my own pint. Oh, now I shall have to have a fight with myself.
And then he managed to get every newspaper in Britain printed a bit blurry, so the whole country thought they needed glasses. But things soon got properly evil as we woke one morning to find that every cat in London had been shaved. Though, to be fair, that was initially hilarious.
Bald cats. Brilliant.
Though Mr. Benevolent's evil was spreading like vicious margarine, my love for my wife prevented me from sacrificing myself to stop it.
Oh, if only there was some really easy way to stop Mr. Benevolent.
But there isn't, is there? How could there be? Now, let's have a hug.
If you insist.
Though I made a promise to myself that I would intervene as soon as things got properly nasty, alas, things then got properly nasty, as first Yarmouth disappeared.
On technical grounds alone, you have to say, well-evilled.
Quickly followed by Inverness and Eccles.
No! All those cakes lost.
Then Lincoln and Devizes.
The sort of jewel in the crown of Wiltshire gone.
Portsmouth and Ilford.
Actually, he's probably done us a favour there.
And finally, Peterborough, Bury St Edmunds, Ipswich and Norwich. With the weight of so many eastern towns missing, the whole country now tilted westwards, ruining games of snooker and bowls of soup everywhere, and making Welsh people roll into the Irish Sea in their sleep. And alas, rightly also noticed something.
Hold on. The first letters of the town spell out...
Yippaban Mahootanay.
No, yield Pip bin.
Oh, close.
How odd. I don't know what it means at all, and I am certain it isn't a reference to my being able to stop all of this at any point by surrendering myself to his dreadful clutches.
What?
Huggy hug time!
Much as I appreciate the affection, you are a bit clingy these days, Pip.
Indeed I was, for as the evil grew, so I knew that time was approaching when I would have to sacrifice myself to Mr. Benevolent. Desperately, I again beseeched the Prime Minister.
Sorry, but none of those towns were in constituencies held by my party, so I can't be bothered to do anything.
As Christmas Eve arrived and London filled with Yuletide cheer, all I felt was despair. For at midnight, I knew I had to save the universe at the cost of my own life. At least I had a last few hours with Ripley.
Let us have a lovely, long hug.
It's like being married to a needy koala.
As midnight approached, I was disturbed by a shout from outside.
You who, Pip Bin, come and play.
And knew my destiny was at hand. Harry, Ripley, and Pippa accompanied me as I went out to where Mr. Benevolent waited, standing next to a huge, gaudily wrapped parcel.
Welcome, Pip Bin. Mwah, mwah.
A friendly kiss of greeting.
No, an evil one. I've left loads of lipstick on your cheeks.
You fiend!
Wow, that present is ginormousive. What is it? Is it really big socks?
Why not open it and see?
Oh, just a massive cylinder made of sinister metal with all kinds of malicious wires and evil sciencey-looking bits hanging off it.
It is my ultimate universe-destroying machine.
But that's an awful present to give. It's worse than hankies.
How does it work, you monster?
Have you heard of string theory?
No.
Good, because it's wrong. The universe is actually explained by wool theory. For God may not play dice, but God does knit. I have found a snag in the tank top of existence, which will allow my machine to unravel reality like a mad old woman reverse knitting.
It will never work.
It worked on all those missing towns. And oh look, it's nearly midnight. Anything you want to say or do, Pip Bin?
I desperately wanted to do the noble thing, but as the chimes of midnight and Christmas Day rang out, dooming the universe, all I could think about was squeezing every last second out with Ripley.
Ripley, hug?
No, it's gone beyond clingy and into weird.
Soon there will be no more hugs, no more anything, for it is midnight, which means...
Midnight feast.
No. Goodbye, universe.
Will there at least be nibbles?
Okay, have some evil canapes.
Oh, bacon-wrapped strawberries. You know, I am the only person who actually likes these.
And now let the machine of ultimate doom begin its terrible, destructive process. I really should have made it sound more impressive. Still, the universe will now inevitably be destroyed.
And suddenly I knew that this was it, and my time with Ripley was up. For, as a wise philosopher once said, the needs of the many outweigh the needs of the one or the few.
If I agree to the terms of your deal, Mr. Benevolent, then the universe may yet survive.
It may.
Hang on. What deal?
That if he gives himself up to me, I will stop my evil.
I would have done it earlier. I would have saved all those people and bald cats. But I wanted more time with you, Ripley.
Oh, Pip, you let thousands of people suffer and die for me.
Now you put it that way, I feel bad.
Oh, don't feel bad. Well, I mean, do. It's morally appalling. But I am also touched. Hug.
Hug.
Do you want to save the universe or not?
I do. I must.
No, Pip-Bin! Do not do it!
Harry, old friend.
For I've just remembered that I have forgotten to buy Pippa a Christmas present.
Oh, not again.
The end of the universe might be my only way out of trouble. Unless the earring and pyjama shop is still open.
Don't you dare!
Harry, this is one problem you must solve yourself, for I have a universe to save. Kill me and then switch your machine off, Benevolent.
Actually, I shall do both at once. Your death is what will switch the machine off, for it is programmed so that only your unique biological you-ness can stop it. Good, eh?
Intellectually, yes, but personally, very much no.
With great sadness, yet also a hugely smug sense of my own nobility, I climbed to my doom. As I looked inside the machine, I could see the universe itself unraveling and dissolving in a vast, swirling, multicolored mass like sick on a roundabout.
It is a far, far more reluctant thing I do now.
Don't do it, Pip-Bin.
Prime Minister Clampvulture!
Focus group findings indicate that saving the universe will be a huge vote winner, right up there with invading France or free jam.
Free jam does sound good.
Thus, I shall save it with the aid of the British Isles Defence Force.
That is just one man.
The Empire's committed to so many wars, conflicts, skirmishes, fights, to-dos, have-at-yous, rumbles and violent picnics, that he is the only man left.
And he has just collapsed.
Ah, bother. Well, free jam, anyone?
At this, I felt a tremendous rage building within me, and finally snapped.
I warned you about Mr. Benevolent, and you did nothing.
Come now, we're all in this together.
In it together? You can go in it by yourself.
I grabbed him and hurled him into the machine with all its malevolent power.
Ah!
He burst into nothingness, his hideous demise shaking my universe-saving resolve only a little.
Actually, I'm having second thoughts now. That looked horrible.
But, dear brother, you must. Look!
Where Pippa pointed, I could see a blank horizon of nothingness heading rapidly towards us. The fabric of reality unraveling before my very eyes.
Farewell, dear Ripley. Goodbye, Harry. Adieu, Pippa. Sayonara, Mr. Benevolent.
Oh, stop stalling.
I'm not stalling. Dos Vidania Sky. Adios, stars. Actually, wait a second. I want one last hug.
Really? The end of the universe is dangerously close.
There is always time for a hug. I'm coming down.
Oh, this is all making me nervously hungry. I shall eat a delicious bacon-wrapped strawberry. Oh, dropped it. Never mind. Sure it won't matter.
Right. Thanks for the hug. I shall hurry back and save the universe now.
There was little time, for the blank horizon of dissolved existence was nearly upon us. Alas, as I hastened to the machine...
No! I have slipped on a bacon-wrapped strawberry.
And I realized I was too late. The last threads of reality disappeared. The blank horizon of nothingness descended.
My apocalyptic triumph is complete.
And as the universe collapsed into blank non-existence, I found myself standing next to a jolly-looking bearded man with red cheeks, a long green robe, and a crown of flowers.
Who are you?
I am the spirit of Christmas past, present, and future.
I thought that was 3 different ones.
In this economic climate, no, we had to rationalise. The other 2 were furious.
Yet, you seem so jolly.
It's Christmas Day. I have been drinking since breakfast. Whereas you, young man, haven't been drinking, but you have been destroying the universe,
Sorry about that. Slightly misjudged my deadline.
Luckily, Christmas Day is a day of wonder, magic, and second chances, so I'm going to send you back to have another go.
But even if I succeed, I still die.
Ah, but what if this time you had some help?
What sort of help?
Brace yourself. I'm rebooting the universe.
Everything collapsed into blackness again. But then I heard a noise. And suddenly, I was back with Mr. Benevolent, Ripley, Harry, and Pippa. And one more person, a figure who looked oddly familiar.
Are you an older version of me?
I am. And you're a younger one. Though I don't remember being so camp.
And I can't believe I will get so wrinkly.
Why am I here?
I can only assume the Christmas spirit plucked you from the timeline of my potential future Christmases to help because, being me, you share my unique biological meanness, thus enabling you to throw yourself into oblivion and stop the machine while I get to carry on living and enjoy all the many more Christmases which you have already enjoyed.
What?
The less you think about it, the more it makes sense.
Well, all I see is 2 Pip-Bins to kill.
And I see one gently benevolent to thwart once and for all. Because if I'm going to die, you're coming with me.
What? No, let go of me.
Come now, gently. Destroying the universe is just a cry for help, isn't it? It would destroy you as well. And I think, deep down, you want that, to be freed from your evil forever.
Oh, curse your pop psychology. It's true. Well, then free me from myself.
I shall.
Before you go, any hints for the future?
Oil. You'll feel dirty, but rich. And when you go out for your birthday in 1883, don't have the trout. So, farewell, all. I will see you in Pip's future and my past.
Bye!
Now, Benevolent, take my hand. Remember the time we were friends, and let us step together into eternity.
Bye, everyone. Sorry about the evil and stuff.
My nemesis and I tumbled into the vast, churning abyss, and I could hear the joyful relief behind me.
Pip, you are safe. And if you're that hot when you're older, I might actually stay with you.
Sort of thank you, dearest.
The machine has stopped. The universe is saved.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Merry Christmas.
But now their sounds grew distant, and I could feel harsh fingers of gravity tugging at me. Mr. Benevolent and I clung to each other, and then that clinging became an embrace of 2 men no longer enemies, now simply human beings united in their small, special uniqueness. As the vast forces ripped me to atoms, I knew that I had saved the universe, which, as dying thoughts go, isn't a bad one. And in a moment of startling clarity, I suddenly saw and knew all knowledge from all time. Before, there was only the soft darkness of oblivion, and I was dead.
Are you having me on?
I assure you, every word is true.
You saw all knowledge from all time.
I did. Alas, I wasn't really paying attention. I can't remember much.
Hang on. If you're dead, how come you're still alive?
It all happened this morning, just before you arrived. I didn't want to ruin the last part of my story or not see my daughter on Christmas Day, so I cut a deal with Death, and he gave me an extra half hour or so. He's waiting for me outside. Look.
Hello.
Oh, nice scythe.
Thanks. It was a Christmas present. But now, Sir Philip, it is time to go.
I understand.
Papa, you cannot go, please.
Dear daughter, I'm afraid I must.
Oh, even I don't want you to go.
I've had a good life, seen so many things. Alas, all those moments will be lost like milk and cream. But now I go to a better place, one with good restaurants, excellent transport links, and low council tax. A place where I shall see old friends and family.
Pip! Pip!
I hear Harry calling.
There are adventures yet aplenty, old chum.
Oh, Pip, dear brother, come and play.
And now my sister.
Dear husband, come to me, for the frolicking paddock awaits, and we can walk hand in hand through eternity.
Ripley? I'm coming, my love. I am coming. Wait for me.
He is gone.
Oh, Papa.
Let us contemplate silently for a while.
Ha! Had you going, didn't I?
Oh, Papa, you live yet?
I have cheated death many times before. You'd think he might be wise to it by now.
But how did you escape his deathly grip?
Old trick I used to use on Harry. I pointed to the sky and said, "Look, a swan," and while he was looking, I legged it in another direction. But now we must leave my story and celebrate, for today is Christmas Day, a day when all must be joyous and moderately drunk, a day for optimism, hope, and strange liqueur chocolates. Above all, a day when all our expectations are far from bleak.
Bleak Expectations, written by Mark Evans and starred Richard Johnson as Sir Philip Bin, Tom Allen as young Pip, Anthony Head as Mr. Gently Benevolent, James Bachman as Harry Biscuit, Geoffrey Whitehead as Clampvulture, Sarah Hadland as Ripley, Susy Kane as Pippa, and Mark Evans as sundry seasonal spirits. The producer was Gareth Edwards.